in the air.
Need so much in the air.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Start Your Systems track review here in MX Bikes. I'm your host, Transcend, and today we are going to be going over the MXBGP of Lugo. Now, this was round 3, I believe, maybe 4, 3 or 4, of the current ongoing MXBGP ARL series, and this is the Pro Series. They also have an amateur race on the same day, sometimes the next day. But this is a pro caliber track, and I wanted to review it because it seems to be pretty comprehensive within the racing community here in MX Bikes that this MXGP of Lugo has been the favorite thus far. And so I wanted to go over it, wanted to spin some laps. As you can see from the kind of drone overview that we're doing right now, going around a lap, there is tons of different lines. The track is extremely rough. This track is very difficult, as with all of the other MXBGP tracks. I believe this year we have BC Creative, who is creating the height maps, and then we have JV doing the textures and sort of, you know, decorating the track, making it look nice. And he's been doing a great job. BC has been doing a great job on these tracks so far this year. They are very, very technical. They are very tough. They're very rough. So it's one of those things where if you're wanting to challenge yourself, then this is the one. There's tons of differing lines, tons of places where you can get caught off guard and go down, tons of places you can get sort of MX Bikes physics, get babosoed. So you really have to be in control of your machine and your rider at all times and dialed in with knowing exactly where you're going, how you're doing it, how fast you're going into the corners, over the jumps. These tracks are very gnarly. But boy, once you get the flow down on these, once you rip some laps on them for an hour or so, these, I think, in my opinion, are some of the most fun tracks in the game right now. As per usual with these track review vids, let's get some logistics out of the way here up front. I am currently rocking the KTM 250F. Just the Norms guys got me hooked up with a model swap, so it does look like a YZ. But nope, it is a KTM 250F. As far as this track goes, it is available on the MX Bike shop for $2, or you also alternatively have the option to buy the entire season pass, which is $18, and that is going to be for 10 tracks total. So $2 for one, so $20 total for 10, or $18 total for 10. I mean, that's pretty fractional as far as price savings. So if you're looking at some of the reviews and maybe you don't want all the tracks, then it's not really too much of a gouge just to buy each track. But if you are wanting the complete set, then there is that option as well. Now, with regard to this track, you will see that I am zigging and zagging a decent amount so that I can find the smooth lines on this track. And I will say one of the most unique things about this track that I don't think we see too often in this game is that it is the most technical, roughest, fully wicked, absolutely wide open track I've ever seen. For how rough it is kind of insanity how fast you're going. So, and that's something that I feel like we don't really see in bikes too much, is the mixture of both. Usually if the track is super rough, it's usually a little bit slower, a little bit more techy. But with this one, it just feels like you are wide open around the whole thing. As you can see, I'm pretty much 3rd or 4th gear, going around the entire track. Got some big booters that on the 250, you've got to just be absolutely all out for in order to get over. Sometimes if you don't hit the corners right, you can struggle to get over them. But yeah, that is one of the most unique things on this track. And with that and the speed and the roughness, in the pro race, whenever the track got eroded, that made it even sketchier. You had to be even more careful, choose your lines even more wisely. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons that I enjoy this track so much, is because there is that aspect of like, you've got to use your brain a little bit, you know? You got to change the lines up whenever things are getting a little rough, but you also have to do it in a safe way where even though you're going third or fourth wicked around the entire track, you can do it safely and you're not going to wad your brains out while you're trying to change your lines up. And in that spirit, I am actually going to show you guys a lap from the second moto of the ARL Pro Race on this track. That way you can kind of see how I was crafting my laps and the alternate lines that I was taking due to how insane and rough the E-Road was. This was actually one of my best motos of my entire MX Bikes racing career. I ended up second. I led a few laps, and it was just awesome. So, and I also will be posting the entire YouTube video on my channel. So if you guys have any interest in watching that back to front for Moto 2, feel free to go subscribe to my channel. And I haven't been posting much lately, but I will. I just had some free time open up, so I am going to start posting more of my races and the things that I'm doing during the week on this game. So if you are interested in that, feel free to head over to my channel and subscribe and follow along there. But here is a lap from Moto 2 of the ARL race. As you can see, all the dark spots is all of the E-Road, currently running in second, as you can see in the bottom left. And it was just crazy. I was having to hit some of the insides. You can see I'm standing up through most of the inside ruts, because in this game, when you are going through E-Road, for some reason the bike just handles better when you're standing up. So it's a little bit easier to get out of control and for your suspension to not work as well as it's supposed to whenever you are standing up. So you really, in E-Road like this, have to utilize the sitting and standing, and kind of sitting whenever you're needing the corner sharper, but then standing through the majority of it. That way you're utilizing the full, effect of the suspension. So yeah, as you can see, the track was just pretty gnarly, and it was just cool. I had a good time racing this track, and honestly, that might be one of the reasons that I prefer this track and that it's one of my favorites. There's no telling. But yeah, I just really enjoy this track. Available on the shop, and it's actually, this was round 4. Round 5 is out now too. So, but I did want to just do a review of this one because I was so fond of it and I thought it was so fun. So feel free to check it out on the shop. And yeah, without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next MX Bikes Start Your Systems track review.